Good morning everybody. So in this video we will discuss one more question on structure from university paper. This question is from December 2017 paper. Let us read the question carefully. Explain nested structure. Write a program using nested structure to create an array of structure to store the details of n students. So let us we will just assume value of n as some constant here. Okay, we will try to write simple program. Then the parameters that we have to consider are student name, role, then physics, chemistry, maths marks, and then we have to calculate total of PCM and we have to display data in this format. Okay, so remember here the parameter that we have to consider are name, roll number, physics, chemistry, maths marks, and then we have to calculate total of PCM of every student. Okay, so let us begin with program. Here in the first step we will define structure student. I am giving name to structure as std. Okay, so the parameters that we have to consider, first one is student name. So for storing name we will require character array, suppose S and M, assign maximum size for that. Then student role, so role will be in integer, I am giving name to that parameter as R. Then we have to store marks of physics, chemistry and mathematics, so integer physics marks, again integer chemistry marks and integer mathematics marks. Okay, and then if you read the last statement carefully, we have to calculate total of PCM of every student. So we have to store, for storing total we will require one more variable here, say suppose total marks. Okay, then close this. Now in question they have mentioned that we have to store records of n students. So here n we will just assume that it is some constant, so let us store the records of 4 students. Okay, so here define array of structure with name s with size 4, so value of n will become 4 here. Okay, now after execution of this code, what will happen? In the memory 4 rows were created where every row is divided into 6 parts. In first row, in the first part of the first row we will store student name, then in second part of first row we will store role, then third part will store physics marks, then in fourth part will store chemistry marks, then in fifth part will store mathematics mark, and last part is for calculating total marks. So every row is divided into 6 parts, and such how many rows are there? 4 rows will be there. So now we have to store the details of 4 students here. So we'll store that using for loop. In for loop we will require one variable, so I'm defining that variable over here. Then clear screen to clear previous output screen. Now we have to mention for, so how many times we have to iterate for? 4 times, so I less than 4, I plus plus, and then we have to first take name of first student from user, so just like all our previous program, display message, enter name of %d student. So %d here we will mention /n, so value of %d just like our previous program will take it from I plus 1. So after display of this message user will enter name, we have to store that. So for storing scanf function we have to store name is of type string, that's why format specifier is %s, and the name of the location where the name of the student is stored, so it is s of I dot snm. Similarly we have to take roll number of the student. So printf enter roll of percentage student slash n, and percentage value will take from I plus 1. Then scanf, we have to store a roll number this time. So roll number data type is integer, so format specifier is %d, and the name of the location where a roll is stored, so add s of I dot r. Similarly, we have to take now physics, chemistry and mathematics marks. Okay, so we will take PCM marks using single printf. So how to display message? Enter physics, comma chemistry and mathematics marks of percentage student slash n, and percentage will take from I plus 1. So after getting this message, user will enter 3 values. First value will indicate physics marks, then second will indicate chemistry, and third will indicate mathematics marks. So 3 values we have to store. So how to write scanf? Percentage 3 times. So first percentage will indicate physics marks. So here initially we have to mention name of location where physics marks are stored. So it is E of not E, S of I dot PM. Then we have to mention name of location where chemistry marks are stored, S of I dot chemistry marks, and last one is the name of location where mathematics marks are stored, mm. So here we are taking what? We are taking details of all the students. As far as this total marks is concerning, see, we will not take total marks from user. We have to calculate total marks. Okay, so see what will happen in this case. At first iteration, I0, 0 less than 4, true, come inside. So how this message will be displayed? Enter name of I0, 0 plus 1, 1. So enter name of first student. So user will enter name, so that name will get stored at S of 0. Then user will enter roll, that roll number will get stored at S of 0 dot r, and so on. But total marks we have to calculate, and we have to calculate total marks of every student. So here we have to write formula to calculate total marks of every student, and for storing total marks, which location we have mentioned, that is S of I dot PM is equal to, we have to calculate sum of physics marks, chemistry marks and mathematics marks. So name of the location where physics marks are stored is S of I dot PM, plus name of the location where chemistry marks are stored is S of I dot CM, plus name of the location where mathematics marks are stored is S of I dot mm, and then semicolon. So total marks we will calculate. Total marks we will calculate, while the marks of physics, chemistry and mathematics we will take from user. So after execution of this printf, user will enter physics, chemistry and mathematics marks, and then whatever marks that user will enter will calculate sum of that marks and will store it in S of I dot tm. Okay, fine. So purpose of this for is what? This for is to store details of student in structure. Okay, now while display, we have to display all the details in proper format. That is, that format is given in the question. Initially we have to display name, then we have to display a role, and then we have to display total marks. Okay, so see here how to display all the details. So for that, here we can write a general printf. Okay, normal printf. We can display it, normal message like details of all student slash n. Yeah, and then if you go through question carefully, how we have to display first row. In the first row we have to display titles, like first of all, see here, if you go through question, here you will understand that, see, we have to display this row first. Okay, name, roll number, total marks, this is a title, and then actually after this we have to display the name of all the students, their roll number and their total marks. So in tabular format we have to display this. Okay, so if you want to display this in tabular format, then here first of all we will display that static row. See here how to write code for that. Printf. So here first of all we have to display name, right? Then here we can give slash t. Okay, then we have to display what, the role. Again we can give slash t, and finally we have to display total marks. Total marks. Okay, and then you can give slash n, because after total marks we have to transfer control to next line. Okay, so this is first row, and then after that actually we have to display details of all the students. How many students we are having? 4 students. So all the details of all 4 students we have to display. So for that, here we have to use for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than 4, and then I plus plus. Okay, so initially what we have to display, the name of the first student. Name of first student. So how to display? Printf. We have to display name directly. Okay, so name, data type of name is what? It is string. So format specifier is %s, and then we have to give here slash t, because here we have given slash t. Okay, so under name column it will just display name, and then we'll give some will give tab. Okay, and then variable where name is stored, so it is what, it is s of I dot snm. Okay, then we have to display what, role. Okay, so role data type is what, that is per integer, so format specifier is %d, then we have to give slash t. Okay, and then the name of the variable where role is stored, so s of I dot r, and finally we have to display total marks. Okay, so total marks will be again in integer, so format specifier is %d, and after display of total marks, see here this printf will display name of a student, then second print, then tab, so it will give tab, and then under second column it will display role, then again it will give tab, and under third column it will display what, marks. So after display of marks we have to transfer control to next line, so here slash n. Remember, in first 2 cases we have given slash t, while after display of marks, total marks, we have to give slash n, so that for second iteration it will just transfer its control to next line. So s of I dot total marks we have to be stored in tm. Okay, so close this. Finally 8ch. Okay, so what is the purpose of this for? This for is used to display details of student in tabular format. So let us revisit this program. So initially in this program I have defined structure with name std having these many parameters. And what is use of second for? Using second for, here we are accepting details, that is name, role and marks of physics, chemistry and mathematics, and then we calculate total marks. Okay, so purpose of this for is to accept details and to calculate total marks. And then what is the purpose of this second for is, it is used to display all the details in tabular format. So let's compile this program. Having some errors. Save, compile. Once again here by mistake dot is given instead of dot, place comma, again compile. Now zero errors. Let us execute this code. Now it is asking for name of first student. Say suppose name is Amit, roll number of first student, suppose roll number is 101. Now asking for marks of physics, chemistry and mathematics. So we have to provide marks of first physics, space, then chemistry, space, then mathematics. So physics suppose 40. Either you can give space or you can use enter as well. So I'm using enter. 40, then 40 will get stored in physics, 50 it will get stored in chemistry, and 60 it will get stored in mathematics. Now it is asking details of second student. Suppose name is Amol, roll number 102, and marks suppose 60, 70, 50. Same details we have to provide for third and fourth student as well. So 103, suppose Manoj. Now after providing details of third student, it is not taking marks of physics and chemistry and mathematics. Let's review this code. Okay, so instead of using enter, we will use space only. So save, once again compile and then execute. Name of first student, suppose Amit, roll of first student 101, and marks 40, 50, 40, 50, 70. Then second, say suppose Amol, roll number 102, suppose 79, 56, 70. So third student, suppose Manoj, roll number is 103. So asking marks of physics, chemistry and mathematics. So suppose 45, 67, 78. Asking details of fourth students now. Suppose Manali. So roll number is suppose 104. So marks of Manali, say suppose 89, 56, 45. Okay, now I have provided details, all details of all four students. Now if I press enter, it has to display what? It has to display name, role and total marks of all students in tabular format. Let's verify. See here, details of all student. So name, it is showing Amit. The roll number of Amit is 101. So it has calculated total 160. Similarly for Amol, Manoj and Manali. So this is all about this program. Thank you. Thank you for watching my tutorial.